Yes, here is the topic. So in this, some of the points is given. Here are some of the important points. You need to remember this. Based on this, we'll do the questions later. So the concept of here is the important points is like, suppose you're finding an term, the value like Tn or An is the same thing. So if you're finding a particular term, then if you know the sum of the terms, n terms, and the before term if you know it, so sum of n minus 1, then if you subtract it, you'll be getting a nth term. So and then next common difference. Suppose you don't have a first and a second term, but one kind of like nth term and n minus 1 and n minus 2 is you know it, then we can use this formula and we can find the d value. Sn minus sum of all your, like here is all sum of. So Sn minus 2Sn minus 1 plus n plus 2. So you can think how we got this d value, the difference between this three, you can think and you can find how it got it. So even we can derive it, but it takes a long time. So you can just sit and think, and that will be easy to substitute when we want it in the problem. Then it takes a time reduce, it makes that time will be reduced. And the next point is sum of the terms, equal distance from beginning and ending is the same. So here the sum of the terms, suppose that these are the terms and here the first term and the last term, if I add it and this before the next term and from the last the next term, if both the terms if I add it like this, then that will be the equal to the middle term. Yes, if it is an odd number of terms, because the middle one term will be there, that will be equal. So like this it comes. The next thing is the same thing, the first and the last term and the second term and the last next to the last term. If you add like this, then the middle two terms will be equal. If you add it 2 into middle two terms it is. And then next 2 into middle term, sorry, yeah. Here also as I told you, suppose 65, one second, I think I have missed something, the concept here. So this all if I add it, 65 plus 2 is 67, 62 plus 5 is 67. So this from here and here if I am going on adding, then the value is 67 over here. Then that's what here the first and second term, first and the second and the last second term, if we add it, then the middle term into 2 it is. Into 2 it is, if it is odd number. Okay, so if it is even number, obviously the two numbers will be the equal. The two numbers if you add, that will be equals to the all other. This is what the shape it comes. Then the next, this is from here to here is one concept, and then here is like just checking whether these are in AP or not. I think from here it is AP or not to check it. And here is one more point over here. This one, A, B, C are in AP. So if this A, B, C are in AP, then 2B is equals to A plus C. 2 second term, 2 into second term is equals to first and the, yeah. So here the next is like if A1, A2, A3 are in AP, then we can say that A1 plus or minus K or A2 plus or minus K or A3 plus or minus K, or like so in an AP a constant term K we can add or subtract, then even though it will be an AP. And then next is if the series is in AP, then we can a constant term, particular term we can multiply to each and every term. This is also will become the AP. Okay, if K is not equals to 0. Then term Tn linear. Suppose the particular term is in a linear form, Ax plus B. The sequence is also in AP. The sequence of that data is also, we can name it as an AP, where with D is equals to A. Then Sn, sum of the terms, is also, sometimes we use it as a quadratic equation, Ax square plus Bx, that is also in AP, with D is equals to 2A. These are the points which you have to remember, and then some more points are there, we'll discuss now. Yes, continuously here, which are not an AP, if A1, A2, A3 are in AP, suppose the series is in AP, then A1 square and A2 square and A3 square will not form an AP. If squares of the arithmetic progression series will not be a arithmetic progression. And then If A1, A2, A3 are in AP, then A1 into A2 or A2 into A3 or A3 into A4, if we multiply two terms, is also not makes an AP. Then squares of this also will not make an AP. Or suppose if A1, A2, A3 is in AP and B1, B2, A3 is in AP, if these two series are in AP, sum or the subtract of these two series will make an AP. Okay, so we'll do some questions.